All right, hello everyone. This is Wild Blade from Creative Media Vault in Tokyo, Japan, and I am just starting a live stream again. Basically, this today's live stream, I'm going to be kind of continuing with what I left off with last week, which was still working on our game submission for our Tokyo Jam. So basically, last week I had a nice plan. Summer break was almost finished in Japan, and so I was going to send the kids to school, and then I was going to work on our game all day because this jam actually started on August 20th, and we have about 2 weeks to make a game, right? And the topic that I picked, the theme that I picked, is a little bit complex. So I was planning on I timed this for the end of summer break. However, right after the Tokyo Olympics, the Japanese government decided that they needed to extend summer break for 2 weeks. And not only that, well, not extend summer break, but they decided to declare like another state of emergency. And they decided to make the kids stay home for like another 2 weeks, which means that they're going to be here until September 3rd, right? And not only that, they are going to have to do online classes. So last week, basically, I got like nothing done because we had to like do setup for the online classes, and I had like the kids at home doing online lessons with talking in the background. My wife is also working at home on the third floor, so and she's dealing with confidential information, so I can't really like live stream during the daytime, and I got pretty busy at night. So, I didn't, basically, I got nothing done. My partner, Neonalig, the kid from Australia, he got a lot finished. So, hello, hey, Haas, thank you for following me. This is gonna be kind of a crazy stream because, we have, like, so much work that we're gonna have to catch up on. So, Neonalig, he has been, like, busting out a lot of code, right? So, if you can, check out his channel. I put like a link down here in the description, so you should be able to like see what he's got going on. While he's working on the programming, I'm supposed to be doing the art. So and that's what I will be focusing on today. So I'm gonna be like kind of trying to catch up on artwork and programming that I didn't get done like last week because we have like 5 days in order to submit this game. So let's see. This is the Tokyo Jam screen, and the theme that I picked was pump up volume. So the way that I pick a game jam theme is like I'll think of like two random words or two phrases, and like I'm like, that's gonna be a theme. And we put it together. So usually, like if you're doing a game about ruins, this is actually pretty easy. If you're doing a game about pumping something up, it's kind of easy, like pump up a balloon or like something like that. But pump up plus ruins is a little bit more difficult than I thought. So, so we're going to have to kind of figure out. We kind of had to like brainstorm and think of a good way to kind of put these two keywords together into a workable game. And the concept that we came up with is actually a 2.5D shooter, 2.5D adventure game. So, I'm showing you my iPad now. So, so the name of the game that we're working on is called Via the Ruins. So Neonalig, he's like doing the he's doing the programming. I am in charge of the story and the artwork, right? Because that's kind of my forte, making stories. Like I make comics, I make video games, I write books, and I make like cute little products for my online store, which I will link below in the comments. So during this stream, I probably won't be typing comments so much because I should be like doing a lot more artwork. The theme of this game is Pump Up Ruins. The game title is Via the Ruins, and here's an overview of like the game that we're currently making. So it's a post-apocalyptic game where the player must visit villages and talk to NPCs, right? And while we're talking to NPCs, the NPCs are going to give us missions to complete tasks that will help them save their village, basically. And that's going to be so we are going to have to receive missions to go collect ruins of something, right? And so that will be the ruins part of this game. The pump up part, what I thought of is I really like Peruvian mythology. So a lot of this game will be based around Peruvian mythology. So which will also include the Nazca lines, right? So this game will have elements of the Nazca lines in it. And so what I thought of is for the pump up part, the ruins that we collect will need to be given to will be need to be used to wake up a monster to basically hatch a monster egg, right? And this monster egg will be like one of the Peruvian gods of the Nazca lines, right? And once the egg is hatched, then the monster can actually go save the village, right? So they're not bad monsters; they're good monsters, right? And so I really want to kind of implement that into this game because I like to have games that have a little bit of history or mythology mixed in with them, right? Hey, what's up, Neil Nilik? Thank you. All right, so yeah, so I'm telling everybody how we're going to try to catch up on this game, and I have a lot of artwork to do. All right, and so just I'm giving an overview right now. So the boy's name, the main player's name is V.i.A, which stands for Valrencio Ignacio Alois. And he's a little bit of a mysterious character. He wears a chinchilla mask and has a toucan. He's a little bit like Link from Zelda, and well, I won't give you too many details about that. So, but his main weapons are Peruvian weapons. So his main I guess ranged weapon will be a blow dart gun. So I'll have to draw that. He will have a mace that he can use, and we're debating about whether to stick a super weapon into this game or not if we have time. So just to give you like some ideas of what we've got what I've got kind of going on artwork wise. Right now, I'm still in the phase of doing sketching and temporary artwork to put into the game. So this will be like a tentative title screen that you can see here via the ruins like 2142 after extinction level event. And then the next page this is kind of like how the world will look. So this will be a 2.5D game. It'll be the first one that I've made. So with someone. And so basically the player will be able to move on all three axes, X, Y, and Z. And in this mode, he'll be able to enter different villages and like go to different levels. Just by traversing the world map. And then this is going to be a bit of a challenge. So instead of just having like a standard fighting system, which we will have a combat system in this game, I wanted to like put in a 3D box puzzle, right? And this is what Neona League is kind of working on right now because he's the programming master here. So I wanted to have a 3D puzzle that the character kind of has to run around, and like in order to reach the monster at the top, right? So I guess I could draw like some of this here. So basically, like here's what the player looks like, and this is the 3D puzzle box here. And what the player has to do is he kind of has to run around this box and jump to different levels in order to reach an altar. So while he's running around, he can collect these little ruins, and so he'll get some of the ruins from the missions that he will receive in the villages, and then he has to collect the remaining ruins from the 3D puzzle, right? And once he collects all of these ruins, right, then he can jump over here to the portal, and this will take him up to the hatched egg, to the monster egg, right? And as so the pump up part of this game will be every time the player puts a ruin in the altar, the monster egg should get bigger, and we'll see like the egg start to change into a full monster, right? And so it'll just keep getting bigger as the monster gets fed, right? So that will be the pump up part, and the ruins will be, well, we have to collect ruins to feed the monster, kind of. All right. So let's see. Here's some sketch art that I kind of did, and one of the NPC characters that will be in the game. Here's kind of what the monster eggs will look like in the beginning, and then like here's like some of the monsters, some of the temporary city art, and some of the background that I was sketching out. Here is like just kind of overlaying some of the temporary art to get a feel for what a village would look like in the game. And yeah, this is actually kind of what the game looks like so far at the moment. So what we're doing, or what is like while he's working on the programming and Unity 2021, he's doing like a lot of the complex stuff that I don't know how to do. what I'm doing is I'm working on another file that is specifically for artwork and for just doing the layout and the title screen and stuff like that. So that we are collaborating in Unity Collaborate, but I don't kind of want to break what he's working on at the moment. So I'm going to do like just the basic skeleton of the game, and then we're going to port everything over to the 2.5D version that he's working on right now. And that'll be faster for me because I don't have to worry about we can kind of compare and like decide what we want to take from this one. And I don't have to worry about breaking anything that he's kind of set up, right? All right, so like what the game looks like right now is what the simplified version of the game right now looks like this. So this is Unity, and like I said, I'm doing mine in 2019 because point four because I'm familiar with that, and two, like it kind of helps me like not get confused on which game I'm kind of working on, because I can just kind of look up here and be okay, this is not the 2021 version. So all right, so anyway, this is kind of what I've got set up, and we're going to set up the same scene in the actual game. But as you can see, we've kind of got a 2.5D layout. So I'm using this is actually like 3D mode, but I'm putting like 2D elements and 2D sprites on it. So pretty simple. We've got like a lot of sprites that are, we got like a background, some like mountains here, you know, some like little temporary game elements. I don't know why I did there. And this is kind of what it looks like from the side. So everything's kind of like sliced up. So background, like back mountains, like sand and stuff like that. So pretty easy to set up. If you'll notice, like all of the graphics are kind of tilted at a 30 degree or 45-degree angle. And that will give us a little bit more, that's to kind of fool the camera when we're kind of looking down. And here's what the game, here's what my version of the game kind of looks like at the moment. So realistically, we want to kind of use a point and click system using the mouse. But for this skeleton, what I'm doing is I'm just using like standard keyboard input just to kind of speed things up. And, you know, because we're going to decide which system is actually best for the game once we kind of have more elements into it. All right, so that came out small. Why are you coming out so small? All right, let me pump this up to a little bit. All right. All right. Anyways, like so basically, I'm just using like standard keyboard controls right now. So and this is just to see how the character can move in between buildings and stuff like that. Check the depth. You know, and I do have like some collision set up for this. So when he walks into this building, he can't like really go past it. When he can't go into the front door. We can probably set up a trigger on that if we need to. But anyway, he's just kind of skating around. I have not done any animation for this so far at all. And like here's the NPC, so I haven't put a script on him yet. Here's a whale, which will be part of this character's first mission. And so you'll notice that we have like some parallaxing going on in the background. Yeah. So he can actually walk all the way up to here, but he can't go past this point, right? Because I don't want him going all the way up into the mountains. And I also put like a little blocker right here to where he can't come any forward with the camera. So this kind of limits his space. And like here's a bar that he can walk into, which will look much better when this part is gone. Alright, we just entered the Twilight Zone. Alright. So the collision, collider for this one's right on here. At the moment, I'll adjust that later. And so, but he can walk in front of and in back of objects, right? And so this is like, realistically, you want to have a point and click system, though, because that'll be much cooler. But just for the graphic design and layout, okay, and this is like kind of the limit of where he can go on this point. So just for the graphics layout, you know, this is much faster for me to work with, and I can like put some basic scripts and basic codes on this, and he can just kind of skate between everything, dude. Like, ouch, he just ran into a cactus. All right, all right. So this is where we're gonna pick up with today. All right, and I do have some notes. So the first thing that I'm going to be working on is sorry man, I've got my notes and stuff all over the place, so if you like see me like looking here and there, that's why. The first thing I'm gonna be working on will be changing my music, because I want another song. I hope this music isn't too loud for you guys. Alright, there we go, that should be better. And where's my list at? I have a list of stuff I'm gonna do. Okay, so I've got like the player, So I'm gonna be doing artwork, and I'm gonna be doing like a little bit of basic programming, just for this particular layout. All right, so right now, the player doesn't really have anything like going. So I have to kind of think of what we want to put on him. So and what we want to kind of like put like import into the other game. So what I kind of figured out for his health system is probably we're just gonna have a health bar. So and the player should be able to. I don't want to give all of that away because this is like dialogue and stuff. So instead of hearts, we're going to use like a health bar, and the player will be able to shoot and attack, right? So I think we'll go ahead and like try setting up some of that at the moment. So let me jump back over here, AstroPad. All right, and let me take a look at my notes right quick, which will be over here. All right, so I've got my notes on the computer. All right, so I'm gonna set up like a really simple, player. I guess I'll go with the melee attack first, right? So click on the player, and then if you'll notice, he don't have anything. Like I did a little bit of a code just for his movement, but this is all gonna change anyway. So I did a little bit of coding for his movement, and I did give him a jump option, so all of this right here kind of counts as ground, but he's not going to necessarily need that in this game. I don't think we're going to have him jumping around until we get to the 3D box level. All right, so we got what is ground. Now I'm going to go ahead and stick in a melee attack, which is some code I was working on before. But yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. Oh, I've already got the script here. All right, so open this up. So like I said, this is going to be a very basic script. All right, so that's something else I was working on. So all right, so oh, let's see. Before I jump into this, let me show you which weapon he should be using. All right, so as I mentioned, this character should have, yeah, this is kind of what he's gonna look like. So he's gonna have his main shooting weapon, or main range weapon, will be this blowgun, and then he'll have his mace, which will be his melee weapon, right? And then he's got this spear right here. So we'll put the super weapon in if we have time. All right, so right now we're going to give the player the ability to kind of like hurt enemies, right? Which he doesn't have in the scene. All right, so hold on. Yeah, so we don't want the players to really spam click the button. All right, so give me a second. My notes are right here. So I'm not exactly the best programmer. It takes me a while to program. Art is my thing, right? And my Neil, he's kind of the opposite. He's he can do art, but programming is his jam, right? All right, so what I'm gonna do is, so I'm gonna hold on, create I normally like to put these little notes up here, and then this is a new Mac too, because as I mentioned in the previous stream, my old Mac died on me, so I had to kind of get a new Mac, and I've got an M1 Mac, which it's working out pretty well, but I'm still not really used to using it. It still feels kind of funny because the keyboard is much smaller than my previous one, right? So let's see. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a private float, and I'm gonna time between attack here. Alright, and I can't spell today. Between attack, and then I'm gonna create another private float, and I think I'll make this a public float actually. Float, and I'm gonna put start time between attack, and let's see. Now I'm going to have to do. Let's see. So I think this is good enough. I'm gonna go ahead and go with the normal function, which will be a void, which I just kind of got rid of, by the way. Yeah, so this will be a void update, which I could have just kept here instead of like doing it again, but a little bit redundant. And I put updates, haha, no. There we go, update. Alright. Alright. So now I need an if statement, so this will be... Alright, so this will be like if time between attack. I love the fact that it auto fills in, so I don't have to worry about too much. Alright, and you'll see me like glancing at my notes every now and then because like I just cannot do this stuff from memory. Let's see, so at this point I can attack, so if okay, I'll need to pick a key. Input dot get key key code dot space. Actually, do I want to use space for this? Let's see. At this point, I'll need to check my notes because I need to make sure that we didn't that we're not using the space bar for anything. I think in the game I actually put the space bar for jump just temporarily, which like I said is probably something that that the player is not going to use, at least on this level. He'll use it for the 3D model, and Neona Lake, he's got a better script for this anyway, so I'm not going to worry about that too much. But right now I'm not really using the space bar for anything, so yeah, I think this will be safe, and then we'll just kind of change it later. So yeah, I might want to use the spacebar for shooting though. Okay. Anyway, like it's changing the keys and the mouse clicks is actually pretty easy. So for now, I think I'll use the spacebar for melee attack. All right, get key code space. Alright, and like, I think... Alright, so I'll need a collider, which will be, collider 2D, that's right. And then I'll need, sorry. Okay, enemy, and let's see, wait a minute, what am I doing? I lose track of my, my coding pretty quickly. So, okay, so, I can't type, enemy to, I just spelled enemies wrong, into damage, will equal, and then I'll need a physics 2D, physics 2D, not, overlap. This is going to be a 2.5D game, hold on, overlap, circle, all, attack dot, attack pose, attack pose. I haven't really actually put an attack pose up here, but I'll go ahead and add that anyway. Attack pose position, which is going to be like, attack range is something that I'll need to create, I think. Alright, attack range. I seriously cannot type today. And then what is... I have a layer mask, so I have what is ground. I'll need a what is enemy. What is enemy? Or what is enemy? Yeah, what is enemy? Alright. So, since I've already typed those out, I'll go ahead and put them up here. That's why my, like, enemies do damage. Yeah. Alright, so. Alright, let's go up here, and let's go with a, public transform, attack pose. So this will give me the position of the attack, and this will be public, layer mask, which will be my, what is enemies, what is enemies. Yeah, usually I normally type these earlier anyway. Enemies, and then I'll go with public float, which will be my attack range. And then I will need a public, not public int, which will be damage. Alright. So, attack dot position. I spelled position wrong. Yeah, I'm so used to my other keyboard. So, what is enemy? I say, why did I put enemies? What is enemy? Alright, cool. Yeah, and that kind of helps me, like, make sure that everything, like, kind of matches up. So it just turns colors on. Oh, yay, this color will actually work. Alright, hopefully. Alright, so I got my, my collider 2D up in here. And then, like, I'll need to create a 4, which will be this right here. So, so 4 int, so coding normally takes me like forever, you know, but I really like to tell stories. So the reason I started making games, right, is because I actually wanted to be a writer, and well, I actually am a writer. So I published a book back in like 2007, right? Because was a book that I was like kind of working on for a really long time, even during my time in the military. So I'm like, my game plan was like, okay, I'm gonna write this book. Everybody's gonna love it because so far everybody who's read the story really loved it. It's an amazing story, right? So my plan was like, I'm gonna write this book. Everybody's gonna love it. I'm gonna make a lot of money, and then I'm going to like retire from work, and I'm gonna go travel the world and study martial arts and study like study traditional medicine, right? Um, However, I wrote the book and nobody bought it. So, you know, and the reason why I think, but I noticed that everybody really likes the story. So the reason why I kind of started getting into game design is because I'm like, well, how can I get people to really, you know, start getting to know the characters and get into this story, right? So I went from like writing books, and I'm like, well, people don't really read books so much anymore. Not paperback books. My book was 500 and something pages, right? So because of that, like I'm like, well, I need to like kind of try to reach people with another medium. So you know, that medium became like doing art, like trying to draw my characters and stuff like that. And let's see, I need an enemy, but I don't have an enemy script yet. So this is gonna crap out. So I'll make a quick enemy later. So anyways, like while I was doing that, you know, I was kind of just trying to draw my characters, and people liked the artwork and stuff. But you know, like even though people liked the artwork, they still couldn't really connect. It's like when I'm just doing artwork, it's just kind of like, okay, well, this is artwork. So, but people couldn't really, I guess, really connect with the characters, which was a problem because if they can't really emotionally connect with the character, then like they're not going to really want to read the story or kind of invest time in it, right? So I'm like, okay, well, these characters are cute, but you know, I need to kind of start getting the story more out there, right? So I'm doing time between attack equals start time between attack, and then I'll put like a little bit of an else statement here, which will be else time between, I spelled time between attack wrong, but equals. So I don't really like code that well anyway, but when I'm talking. Alright, so anyways. So this will kind of be the setup. I am going to go ahead and change that because there should be a K here. Alright, and that's going to break my code. So where am I? Time between attack. No. So anyways, like basically that's kind of what got me onto this path. So from book to drawing characters, then like I'm like, okay, well, still nobody's like really you know, paying attention to the story, so I started writing. I started doing web design, right? And then web design and graphic design came like actually the first parts of my business. All right, so this is gonna be screaming at me because I don't have an enemy script yet. So, alright, and my computer is running slow again. Alright. So yeah, I know, I don't have an enemy script yet. So I'll go ahead and create a quick enemy here. Just gonna like grab a sprite, like any kind of sprite, and I think I'm gonna put this guy in here. Get in there, you little like mask-looking dude. All right, so now that I'm on back in Unity and I'm like importing some art, keep in mind it's gonna be a 2.5D game, so I got to figure out where I'm gonna stick this guy. And if you'll notice, like, his size is really, really small. So I'm going to, like, first center him, 0, 0, 0. And then, like, I'm gonna have to move him up. Alright. And the depth on this can be a little bit... Look how tiny he is. He's so cute. He's, like, totally unnoticeable. Alright. So this is his size right now. Alright. And for the enemies, I'm debating about, and this is something that we're gonna have to talk about, like maybe setting up some spawners on different levels, because this is the 2.5D game, so like even where the enemies spawn from should have some depth, I think. So I'm gonna go ahead and scale this guy up like a lot so that he's like not so cute and shootable. All right, there we go. So yeah, this will be like our little default enemy dude. Enemy skull 3. I don't have an enemy layer, so let's add a layer. Enemy. Like, can't we all just get along? Why gotta be an enemy? Alright, and hashtag, so this will be my, enemy. Alright, and like I said, like, the reason I'm doing this right now, is we're going to be using Neonolix's code, the stuff that he's working on, but for the layout, I need to have a general idea of how things are going to kind of look and feel as we're kind of going through this game, right? So that's why, like, it's a good idea for me to kind of like figure out the mechanics of it, and then like we can upgrade them a little bit later. So let's see, what am I gonna do? I'm going to go look at my other notes. So this is, I'm doing this on the art channel, but you know, this is going to be a mix of like art and programming, because like you know, I need to find out kind of what's going to work best for the game. So let's see, where are my notes for this? Give me a second, guys. And let me know if this music is actually too loud for you, by the way. So right now I'm looking for my... Alright, so yeah, let me go ahead and like do a quick enemy script for this guy. So enemy skull 3, yay! He had like no health or nothing. He just kind of floating on the screen looking pink. Alright, so let's go ahead and add a new C# script to this guy. So this will be enemy script. All of my scripts actually, from now on, I think I'm just gonna put a WR, so that when we import them into the actual game, you know, like we'll be able to tell which scripts are mine, which we're probably not going to use so many of, because like Neonolix scripts are going to be much better and more compact, and more precise for what we need. And then, you know, we can kind of like get rid of these. And why do you keep on popping up? I have like 2 different things. Okay. So anyways, like we'll do a quick enemy script for this guy right here. And so I'll get rid of all of this, and I'll do my vars, my variables, and my functions, right? And my code is not exactly the prettiest code in the world anyway, so like, you know. So I did iOS programming before, switching over to Unity. So let's see, I'm gonna do public int, which will be like his health, and that's one reason why my previous code was screaming at me like, what health are you talking about? You have no enemies and you have no health. What, like, what, dude? And damn it, I am gonna have to change the name of that anyway. So all right, but public, but I don't want to input another, like I don't want to put input another or transfer another enemy script to the actual game. So that's why I'm kind of doing this, right? So health, and then I'll need one for speed, and then I will need an animator private, animator, which I normally call anim because that's what everybody else calls it. And then I damn it, I always get rid of my functions. So I have a bad habit of deleting the start and the update function. And then later on, I'm like, oh, I actually needed those. So, all right, so I'm gonna go ahead and create a void start. And I'll go here. Nah, damn it. That's one thing I don't like it when they add the extra. I don't like it when I'm like starting to code and they add the extra brackets, because I'm so used to using it in mono develop on like 2017, where it didn't actually automatically add them for you. So so sometimes I'll like be typing quickly and I'll notice that there's like 2 or 3 extra sets of brackets. I'm like, where the hell did these come from? You know, and like in Visual Studio, like, man, we were just trying to help you. I'm like, well, don't, please. All right, so anim, all right, so private animator, anim, yeah, anim. What am I gonna say? Anim equals this is gonna be get component. Anim get component animator. I haven't animated anything in this game, which is one of my missions for today, to get to the point where I can start animating stuff, right? So the reason I'm doing all of this is because like I need to figure out how the characters are going to look and move in the 2.5D world, and like how they're going to interact with the environment, right? Because we're gonna have some things that can be walked through, some things that there is gonna be like a kind of a battle system and a health system. So once we get the programming and like done using these temporary assets, then like making really good artwork for this that actually matches the game will be much easier. So so that's kind of why I'm doing all of this now. And then like once I'm done with all of this rudimentary coding and stuff like that, and I've got like all of the basic art done, then we're gonna take it and throw it over to Neonalik, who's just sitting there like, give everything to me, and then he's gonna like take a look at kind of what we got, and okay, we need this I can do better, this I can do better, this we don't need, and he's gonna like or he's gonna like, oh, this we can upgrade, and like he's gonna strip it down and like make it like work much better. So this is a set bull, which is, I have not set up anything, is running, but at least I know what I'm going to name this guy now. Is running, and we're going to set it to true. Yeah. So the reason I'm able to do this is because like I actually have a game, like a previous game that I was working on called Quest of the Gummy Witch. So I'm kind of like looking and stealing code from that because there's no way I can remember all of this from the top of my head. So all right, so we got private start. All right, and then we're gonna put like our void update. So I have coded this before, but coding takes me forever. So transform. So this is actually probably one of the fastest like coding things I'm doing, because like I'm actually trying to do it online. Translate, and I love you for that auto fill in. All right, and this will be a vector 3. Yeah. No, this will be a vector 2. Kind of left, and then that would be like times speed, times speed. And then we'll need my favorite, time.delta time. So time.delta time is basically just kind of designed to make sure that people with a faster computer can't cheat when you're playing a game by having their graphics and everything move a lot faster than yours. All right, so now we're gonna have to do like what am I gonna do? I'm gonna have to put it in put a damage thing in here. Okay. Alright, so let's see. Let me go scroll down, see what my script looks like. Okay, so I got this. Alright, so now I'm going to have to create a take damage function, which is public void. Alright, take damage is what I normally name this thing, and this will be an int, and this will be a damage something, and go ahead, help me. All right, there we go. Now like Visual Studio is satisfied. It just wants to add those brackets for you. That's all it wants in life, is just to add those brackets for you. All right, you're like, see, I am being useful. Alright, so now I'm going to go do some damage to this little guy who doesn't have any animation or anything. Like, I'm just a skull, leave me alone. Alright, damage. He's like, what did I do to you? And I'm like the Terminator. I'm just going to set up a way to kill you before you're even born. You know? Did I spell health wrong? I think I spelled health wrong. Yeah, I did spell health wrong. Why is health being spelled wrong? Int damage. Oh, that's because I spelled it backwards. Yeah, there we go. Oh, and here's the key thing for you guys. Actually, I'm dyslexic. No, really, really. I've had dyslexia since I was a kid. So, like, I've got ADHD and dyslexia, so I had a hard time in school. So, like, if you're younger and, like, people are on your case about, like, having ADHD or dyslexia and stuff like that, don't worry about it. Either you kind of grow out of it or you kind of figure out a way to deal with it when you get older. So, like, that's not why I'm making so many typing mistakes. I'm like, I can normally blind touch, but this keyboard is just smaller than I'm used to. That's all. But yeah, for those of you who have like learning disabilities, don't worry about it so much. Once you get older, you'll kind of figure out how to deal with them, and that will not stop you from starting your own company, which is kind of what I do in Tokyo, by the way. So I have my own company. I have my own online store. My background is financial IT, and I'm gonna do like debug long. Okay, damage. Yeah, damage. And then like take that, and like it. Okay, yeah, that's a little bit much. Take that and like it. Okay, damage. Take that and like it. Okay, I'll just put damage taken. Alright. Okay. I'll just put damage taken just to simplify. Alright, so let's see. This should work, maybe. Alright, so now let's see. I've got to go back to my player melee attack, right? Because I just set up this enemy script because, well, like, we needed to have an enemy script in order for it to do something. And I got to copy this and put this over into my... It's like, enemy, what are you talking about, man? That script doesn't exist. Shut up, I know that. Alright, so we'll put this over here. And that should help smooth things out. Alright, and let's see when I'm back. I'm back on my player script right now. Okay, that's right, I just created a take damage function, right? So I've got health and damage. So we'll go back over here to take damage, and they're going to put damage. Alright, and that should help. Okay. Alright, and yeah, this next line of code. Alright, so what I'm doing is I'm setting up the player to like deal damage to the enemy. However, like I don't think we can really see how dude, where my Unity thing go? Alright. Oh, it's still kind of importing. Yeah. Okay, come on, come on. Yay! Okay, yeah, I know the variable hasn't been assigned. Alright, so basically, like, what I want is I want for this guy here to be able to kill this guy, doing something cool. And let's see. I'm not exactly sure how that's going to work with them being on different Z layers, though. So that's something that I'm gonna have to ask Neonolig to work on. Yeah, so I think we are going to kind of, we're in 3D space, so we're going to have to be using like circle colliders anyway, I think. Circle or box colliders. Alright, so anyway, the mission is to get this guy to kill this guy, right? this little enemy here. All right, so I'm gonna go back over to my player, and right now we have no idea like what his attack range is gonna be. So I can type in a number like 1,000. That's just gonna kill everything on the screen. So I'll keep it to like 10 or something like that, with a damage of like maybe like one. Okay, two. Yeah. All right. So even if I put this in and like I play the game, well, like we have no idea what we don't have any visual reference to what his attack range is actually going to be. Right. So we know that he can do damage somehow, but we don't know how much damage he's gonna do. Alright, so as I mentioned, I'm used to working more on 2D games, and Neolithic is kind of more advanced in the coding side, so it's probably gonna like figure out how to do this. So I just want to make my mission is to make sure that just in case this like little dude bumps into him, like I can cut him somehow. And I'll leave Neolithic to figure out how to do the actual Z following. I might just have the enemies kind of follow him around the screen anyway. Just generically at the moment. Okay, but the main thing is right now we have no idea what his attack range is. So I'm going to go back in here and I'm going to try to like create something else, which would be a gizmo. All right. So go in here and it's gonna be like void on gizmo on draw. It's a good thing I have my notes here. Draw gizmo selected. Yay! Why you set it to private? I didn't ask you to set it to private. Oh, okay. Well, it set it to private anyway. All right, and that's going to. Okay, so I think like for this one, since we're working in 3.5D, normally in 2D I think would do a box, but for this one maybe a circle is better. Kind of maybe a sphere would be better. And I spelled gizmo wrong. All right, so let me go undraw gizmos, gizmos dot color. What color am I gonna use for this? I like purple color, but I think red will probably be easier on color red. All right, so I use purple. Almost everything in my house is purple. Like I've got like. Okay, so now I can't find anything purple, but even this cup is like kind of purple, right? This is like from a previous game that we made called Miyabi's Run that we made for the previous TokiJAM actually. All right, and let's see. All right, so yeah, we'll go with a red color for this gizmo, and I think for this we'll do another gizmos dot draw. Damn it. Why am I like... Okay, so sometimes my light just cut out. Why is that? You, PlayStation, get back to work. My PlayStation 4 has been having some problems, so... but I think I've just kind of been streaming for draw wire, how do you spell sphere? Okay. And let's see if that works. Draw wire sphere. Alright, and let me check my notes again, because... So normally I try to do the programming before I do anything, before I start doing the artwork, but since I'm working with someone right now, and I wasn't able to really do so much last week, draw gizmos selected, gizmos dot, this isn't working. Draw wire sphere. Oh, that's why. I needed to add this. Alright, draw wire sphere. That's still not working. On draw gizmos selected. Why are you not working? Okay, I just ran into a little bit of an issue here. Alright, let's see if I can figure this out. Alright, let's see what Unity had to kind of say about this draw wire sphere. There is no argument. Oh, okay. Give me a second. So, I think you should probably be this time between attacks. It's actually not a bad beat. With the formal parameter center of gizmos. Okay, I haven't seen that one before. 53. Alright, well, screw it then. What I want is, I'll comment this out. I seem to have trouble with drawing the sphere. Gizmos dot draw. Draw wire cube. Let's see if that one works. Huh. Okay. Draw wire mesh. Draw. I don't know if it's like having trouble with just drawing anything. Okay, yeah, it's like having trouble with drawing anything. Okay, never mind. Like, that's right. I have another line under here, actually. So, give me a second. This should be a vector 3, Is this a vector 3? Alright, well, it's gotta have some kind of parameters. So, attack, pause, attack, yeah, attack, range. My notes are not exactly the cleanest either. Alright. Alright. And do I need anything else here? Attack pause, attack range, attack pause dot position. That's what it should be, I think. Okay, yay! Okay, that worked. Alright, so, yay! Alright, so, let's go back into Unity. Okay, so, oh Unity, why won't you open for me? There we go. Alright, so start time between attack will be 0. So I'm just gonna let him like just keep on attacking. Alright, so he's got an attack range of 10, which is kind of wide, I think. Alright, and he's got attack damage. Alright, and yeah, let's go. Okay. Alright, and this guy, I think we're gonna give him health of about like maybe like 3. Alright, and let's see. So he'll have an attack. We don't have a. He's not actually moving to the player toward the player or anything right now. So I have to create a script for that. And why am I clicking on the canvas? I don't want the canvas. Alright, what is enemy? So we don't have these two set up. Actually, what is enemy? I did create a layer mask for that. So I can just switch this over to enemy. Attack pause, we haven't created anything for, so I'm gonna have to like create something for that really quickly. Alright, and this will be an empty game object, and I'll just call this one like attack pause so I don't confuse myself. Attack pause, alright, and that's it. Empty game objects are basically just kind of like nothing. Right, they don't show anything. Alright, and I'll put this here. And I'll go ahead and center it out because otherwise that'll make him very hard to find. What I'm doing in this, because I'm dealing with like 3D also, is I actually have like this little box sprite that I'm using. So I'm gonna go ahead and duplicate this and kind of just drag it around here. Alright, and then I'm gonna go ahead and center this out as well. So this and the attack pose should be in about the same position, and then I'm going to parent this guy to this guy so that I know where he is. Haha, I can see you now. Alright, so so this will help keep me from getting confused here. Alright, so I've got the attack pose, and now I can kind of see where, you know, it is. And what I'm going to do now... Alright, so now I'm going to have to put this attack pose position to the player. Alright, and so the player is located in this area right here, 155, 49, and 321. So I'm just going to copy these values, if my new mouse will let me copy. Yay! Alright, so I'm just going to put him right here because I'm too lazy to try and type everything, or right, remember, minus 49. Actually, typing everything would have probably been easier, but I'm afraid I kind of worried I might screw up the numbers, so I'm just going to do it this way. So leave me alone. Alright. There we go. And I notice sometimes it doesn't want to copy the minus, so we'll see. Like, that should put everything right at my player, which it actually does. Yay! No! Why are you, like, standing away from... Oh, okay. So this is where my player would be standing, but if you notice, he's kind of got his lean back. Because this is like a 2.5D, so I kind of had to angle the sprites a little bit. Right, and I'm gonna go ahead and move this back onto him a little bit. And now that I know where he's at, you know, I can go ahead and kind of get rid of this, you know, make this new sprite invisible. Yeah, and that solved that problem. All right. So now I've got this guy set up here. Let me save. Alright, so now I'm going to have to drag this attack pulse onto my player. So I'm going to drag him up here, and we have this here. Now I'm going to click my player script, and I'm going to drag my attack pulse in this blank spot that's begging for an attack pulse. Alright, and time between attack, I'll put something in here just because time between attack kind of feels ignored because I actually put something in attack pose and enemy and attack range and damage, but he got like no value. So he's like, why did you even build me if you're not going to put a value in here? So I kind of feel, and Jump is looking at me like, I haven't had a value for like 6 days. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and put something small in here just to keep myself from feeling guilty. There we go. Alright, so here we are. I have not checked Twitch at all to see if anybody's watching this. I hope not, because I'm making a lot of mistakes. Alright, so yeah, now let's see. Alright, so, oh, cool. Now, you see this thing right here? This little red, yeah, this little red devil right there, in the middle. Yeah, this little red thing, I mean, they could have made the line sticker. But anyways, like, here's the, like, attack range. So, right now, I thought 10 was going to be a lot, but actually 10 is, like, he's just going to be attacking his own heart. You know, so I'm going to go ahead and spread this out. Give him a little bit of a wider attack range. So his attack range will be, I'll put this at maybe, for melee attack, he's got, as I mentioned, the character has a mace weapon, so it's kind of like a flail, so it should have a little bit more of an attack range on it. So I think maybe around 70? Ah, nah, that's way too. Alright, maybe 80? I think 80 might be a pretty good attack range for his melee weapon, because it is going to have a chain on it, right? So he'll be flicking it like this. Alright, so we'll give him an attack range of 80 and see what that does. Then I can always increase it or decrease it because I have variables right here. All right, so let's see. Yeah, so this will be the area of effect. All right, so I've got my enemies. I got my yeah, I got my enemies. I got my, what else do I need? Why is this not going anywhere? Huh. Okay. All right, so yeah, I think this is good. All right, so let's see. For the enemy, there's something missing. I think. Oh, no, I got enemy, but he's got like time vision. He's not really moving or anything, so I'm gonna have to relocate him anyway. Because I haven't put a move script on this guy, so he's just kind of like, I'm floating in the air where you can't reach me, haha. So I'm gonna put him right here, and also for the enemies, I think I'm gonna angle them back, so just because to keep them from looking so flat. So I'm gonna put him at 15, 20. Yeah, 20 might be okay for him. Let's see how he looks with a 20. Woo, woo. All right. And this is gonna be the thing. Like, will my attack range allow me to kind of destroy an enemy that is kind of a little bit further away? So let's check that. And that's why we did that gizmo earlier, by the way. So I want to see if enemies, like, what the depth attack range is gonna be. So let's see. I'll just need. Oh yeah, he's definitely within my range. Yeah, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is good. This is good. Yeah. So, so the reason why now this is gonna be a 2.5D, so we're not gonna ever really see this angle of the character. So what it should look like, no matter like how far the enemy is, I mean, like we are gonna have some depth, but I'm gonna make a script to where the enemies are always kind of going toward the character anyway. So we should have like some depth, and but as long so enemies who are way ahead, way in front of him should be able to pass in front. But enemies that are closer or within his range should get hit by the attack. But either way, for us, it should appear as like a 2D, right? If that makes sense. All right, so we've got, so it should always kind of look like this over here. All right, so yeah, let's test this out. Yeah, let's test this guy out. I'll move this guy over, this little enemy over here. He's like, I can't even defend myself. You didn't give me no weapons. I can't even move. I'm just a sandbag. Yes, you are. All right, so we'll come over here. Sorry, I'm not really checking Discord so much. I'm not like on chat or anything like that because I'm really kind of pressed for time to get any. I've been banned from chat. Oh, okay. So yeah, let's see. All right, so okay. Wait a minute. He's moving. Why are you moving? Get over here and let me destroy you. Huh? Okay. Oh, that's right. I haven't destroyed him yet. So, actually, I can't really see my thing. So I'm going to turn off maximize on play right quick. And just because we did put a debug.log in here. Oh, I know why he's not taking damage. I didn't put a collider on him. Haha. All right, so yeah, let's go ahead and put a collider on this guy. Yeah, he's just kind of sitting there running around. He's like, you can't touch me. I'm like, yes, I can. I'm going to track you down. He's like, no, really, you can't touch me because I have no collider script. So, I'll put a, I guess I'll put a circle. Yeah, circle collider 2D on this guy, right? And it's going to be a trigger. I don't think this is going to be a trigger. This will be a... Oh, yeah, this will be a collider 2D, so... Alright, and now let's see if this works. So I have done 3D games before. So I've done 3D games and I've done 2D games, but I've never done like 2.5D. Boom. Okay, he's not taking any damage. Why aren't you taking any damage? Take some damage, guy. Alright. Okay, yeah, that's not working. So, anyways, like, what I would probably do is I'll probably, like, pass that one on over to Neonolig. You know, and that's gonna be my thing. Anything that I can't figure out, I'm not gonna spend so much time on it today. I'm just gonna pass it over to Neonolig to figure out. So, like me, I'm just trying to get a feel for, like, so what I'm doing is I'm like, okay, well, here's the player, here's his radius. And this is, like, where he should be able to hit enemies, right? So, like, the enemy is, I'm gonna turn this, like, ground check off, because, like I said, he's not gonna be jumping right now, and it's kind of confusing at the moment. Alright, so this is just kind of giving me a feel. I'm like, okay, so the enemies should be able to get hit within this range, right? Okay, so I'm not really seeing any damage being dealt to this guy, though. Okay, so, I think I am going to, like, turn off ground check, and, what am I doing here? I just lost my idea of what I was doing. Ah, okay, never mind, let's turn it back on. It's grounded, Unity. Okay, well, anyways, like, basically, he's not taking damage, and I'm not sure, like, exactly why that is. Maybe it's, like, me mixing, like, 2D and 3D in code might not be such a good idea, so that's something else I will put a note for Neonolig to look at. Okay, so here's my, check out, to the collisions for player melee attack, and check out 2D collisions for player melee attack and the enemies. Okay, so, like, that's something, but if all I'm doing is I'm kind of just focusing on the music. So if he was able to destroy this guy, it would be good, but, like I said, Neon Lake, he's just gonna, like, hook that up anyway, so I'm not really gonna worry about that too much. What I am gonna do, though, is I'm going to, you know, this code is gonna, like, me doing this code is, like, actually still a good thing, because, it'll give us, like, something for him to just easily go in and fix, if he doesn't want to create a completely new system for this, so... what I'm going to do now is on the enemy itself, I'm going to... Yeah, so I'll go ahead and continue. Yeah, so he's not... Alright, so I'm going to go back to my enemy script, and I'm going to, like, make him... What am I going to make him do? Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna have to destroy this guy when he reaches 0 health. Okay, then that'll be if statement up here. If, I'm loving it. Destroy, game object. Okay, destroy game object. Oh, yeah, like, later we'll probably, like, have some kind of hit or some kind of particle or some kind of something that'll show that the that the enemy or the player has been damaged, so I'll go ahead and put that up here. So that'll be a public game object, which will be blood effect, and that'll be here. gonna do blood effect. Nah, I think I'll just put like blood splatter. Yeah, because I tend to use a lot of splatter type stuff anyway. And then like once I go to here. Right. So let's see. For this one, I think we could go ahead and type in an instantiate for this. Yeah, I haven't made the effect yet, but why not? Instantiate. That'll be blood splatter and transform dot position. Position. Why do I always have a hard time spelling position? Position, and this will be quaternion quaternion identity. Yeah. Okay, so that quaternion identity just means like to spawn or to show the blood splatter wherever like the character or the enemy is at the time, right? Alright, so damage.log, damage taken. Alright, so yeah, that should be good for this guy. Alright, so that was on the enemy script. And now I'm going to add like a little bit of an effect. A bit of a simple effect, I guess. For when the player is actually attacking or when the player takes damage. Do I want to do this for the player or for the enemy? Okay, for the player. Yeah, so we're going to do a... I think maybe a camera animation. Like, you know, like I usually use those anyway, so it'll be a public animator. I'm getting hungry. Public animator, cam anim. Okay. Alright, and I spelled function wrong. Yeah. Alright, and somebody's using a vacuum cleaner. Sorry about that, guys, if you actually hear that in the background. You know, that's my wife. She's at home doing like, I already cleaned a little bit this morning, but you know, like cleaning is her stress relief, so hold on. Checking to see what's going on here. I got like a little bit of a message pop up. So oh, okay. Sorry, work stuff. Back to the music. Okay, yeah, sorry, that was like that's some work stuff I had to kind of look at. Alright, so I've got alright, let me go down my note. So I've got, I'll put this up here. So I've got my camera animation. I'm gonna put that right under here. Come on. Okay. Okay, and not set trigger. Shake, which I have not set up yet. But it's okay, I will. Okay. And then, I guess I can do another animator. So, actually, when I'm doing code, though, I kind of like to try to keep all of the... I mean, whenever possible, I like to try to keep all of the floats together, all the ints together, all the transforms together, and stuff like that. So, just because I'll lose track of stuff. So, this will be a another public animator, which will be player anim. Alright, and then we'll add that later as well. So it'll be like under the camera animation. This will be like shake the camera when something happens to the player, and this will be a player anim. and so this will be like a set trigger, which I haven't really done any animations yet, so I'm gonna have to like you know, think of a name, but this will naturally probably be attack. Right, and then so let me see. I might need to add a sound to that as well. Like, alright, so let's see. I'm gonna need play. I guess I'll play a sound as well. So for an attack though. Okay, yeah, no sound for the attack actually. Not yet anyway. Alright, so let's see. When he takes damage, though, when the enemy takes damage, maybe there should be a bit of a sound, I think. So, yeah, okay, so, enemy damaged squeal. Alright, so this is the enemy damaged squeal, and okay, so now I'm gonna be back in Unity, and actually, hold on. Enemy script. That is where? That's like 3113. All right. 3113. All right. That's right. I didn't do anything with this health. Health. Yeah, he's just kind of like, oh, you have this wonderful if statement here that you're not doing anything with. And that'll be equal to 0. Alright, so that should help destroy the game object. Okay, yeah. So it's a good thing that Unity actually like can tell me all of this stuff. Wow, it's already 2 p.m. Alright, so let's see. I've got damage here. Enemy skull. Speed, blood splatter. I don't have any particles, so I'm just going to create a random particle effect. So, what's the effect? Particle system. Alright, and this will be like temp, yeah, temp, blood, splat, splay. Temp, blood, splat. Alright, and let's see, duration, all of this stuff will be, I'll play with it later. I'm just gonna put it as red for right now. Put it as red. What am I gonna do for shape? I think shape will probably be a donut, and emissions will be like, I'll put like 30. And the rest of it I'm not really going to worry about because we're going to destroy this thing anyway. Start lifetime, start delay, start speed. Yeah, I don't need to be too pretty with it right now, so I'm just going to here, and then I'm going to make a prefab out of it. So, let's see. Oh, wait a minute, why? Temp, blood, splat. Alright. So, yeah, here we go. And this is not going to disappear when I'm done with it, but that's okay. So, I will take this guy and I will drag him into my prefabs, and I'm getting a bit hungry actually. So, here we go. Cool. Alright, and there's a possibility that it still won't work because the enemy may still not be taking damage, that's why. So, let's try this. He's within the range. Okay, so bang bang. Nope, no damage. Okay, well, like, once the script is working, like, we'll already have everything set up. And then, like, for me, the main thing is, like, getting it kind of set up to where now I can, like, I actually have the enemy kind of set up to where he can have a splat graphic. And, you know, something that we can kind of use. So, but even though the the melee attack isn't really working on him right now, that's not really such a problem for my purposes. Alright, so anyway, he's set up, and he'll have a, now I know I have to add the, create a splat graphic. Probably need to create a splat graphic with gravity to where, like, it just doesn't stay on the screen, it falls down. Okay, so that is something else I'll need to put in my notes. Okay. So, splat graphic with gravity. Splat. Okay, there we go. Alright, and let me save this. Alright, so, like, you know, like, that didn't work out as, like I really wanted it to, but the code is still there. And I know the code works in 2D, so, like, you know, because I'm actually referencing another game that I used, that I created. Oh, blood splatter. I'll put this one here in here too. 10 blood splatter. My stomach is growling, so I think I want a peanut butter sandwich. Like, but I don't just do normal peanut butter sandwiches. So, like, don't get it twisted. My peanut butter sandwiches are toasted. Toasted peanut butter with, like, with some good old-fashioned bananas. So, toasted peanut butter, banana. And how does this look? Alright, it doesn't look too bad, actually. Hold on. Let me edit this guy's circle collider right quick. And find out what's up with that. Alright, let's turn this way. Okay, yeah, that might need to be a sphere collider. Now I think about it. But anyways, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to waste too much time on this. But that might be why he's not taking a hit. Alright, anyways, like, so, on to the next thing. So, so this is what the scene kind of looks like. So we have an enemy, and we have a script attached to him, which will need to be kind of perfected later. We have a player who can, like, do some stuff, and I'll need to set up some animations for him. This camera animation and player animation, I think, actually, I'll go ahead and comment those out right now, because we don't need them at the moment. So we'll need them later, though. And let's get rid of, yeah, get rid of this, and get rid of this. Alright, cool. So now, like, so anyways, like, I've got the attack range set up for this guy, and let me see what, Neo's doing at the moment. Wow, okay. Huh, okay, that's kind of weird. So I think you missed a lot of my previous coding because my Twitch stream froze. Alright, huh. Alright, so hold on. Let me go ahead and stop this stream because it looks like I had a little bit of an issue going on here. Oh, why is that? Yeah, my screen froze. Now it's working fine. Alright, so, Alright, so actually I'm going to go back to Unity very quickly. Alright, and let's see. And actually, hold on, I'm having some technical difficulties, so I'm going to go ahead and stop this stream. Because this shouldn't be frozen like this. Alright, hold on.